everybody, good afternoon. It is a bit later than usual, I'm sorry. But today's art stream is going to be sculpting. And hello, that's my hand, yes. So today I am going to be making what I prepared last time, which is this artwork. Do I have it here? I do have it here. So this is what we're making today. I'm gonna make that smaller. So this is the digital version. Let me put that there. Or maybe in this corner. Like that. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be making this today. And basically we're going to be sculpting the lace around here, and also the ribbon, and possibly the eyes. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided on the eyes, but I have my trusted water here because we need water for when we're sculpting. And this is my clay. And then I'm gonna start with, the clay's kind of wet though. Actually, it's not too bad. Okay, so I'm going to... Oh, it's hard to open. Nani? Or maybe I'm supposed to push it out, but it's so hard. It's hard to open on that. But I think that would be better. Yeah. I lost my usual scissors. I don't know where it went, so I'm just using this really janky scissors that I found. Is it really... It's fun, like it's cute, right? But it's not exactly useful. Well, maybe it's not sharp anymore. Maybe that's why. But yeah, today's camera setup will be a bit different. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this out. It is looking very moist. Oh yeah. Okay. I've actually never used this brand of clay before, so this is going to be interesting. Oh, okay. Okay, make sure that's covered so that it doesn't become dry. Switch late scissors. It's actually... Hi Kyle, welcome back. It's actually marketed as like stationery to bring to school. Like, it's safe and it's convenient. It's not a switchblade, but basically it's a convenient kind of scissors that is not like consuming the space of your pencil case. So, but I don't think it's... I mean, it's okay to cut paper, I guess, but nothing too hard. No, I can't find my usual scissors, so I'll just use this. But yes, we're gonna need this first. Because we want to make sure it's like fully prepared, because you're supposed to knead the clay before you use it. It's very soft, I must say. It's like super soft, softer than the other one that I bought. I bought two kinds of clay. One is I'm not sure, I think they're both paper clay. They should be both paper clay because it says like air drying clay, air drying paper clay. But yes, this is very nice, like very malleable. So we're gonna start first with the Yeah, I think this is paper clay because I can see the pops. I'm gonna start with this. I'm going to put, I guess that's a bit too big though. Maybe like that, because it's gonna shrink too once we're done. Sorry, I have to sniff it. It's not stinky. I think that's a good size. But first we are going to make the ribbon. And with that, I present you ribbon ball. Sniff it, make sure it's the good stuff, understandable. Yes. Okay, so I bought this. Like, this is kind of like a guide on when you're rolling the clay, but unfortunately only one arrived. So I'm gonna use a book. I have no choice. I have to use a book. Okay. So in order to have like a nice flat thickness, I'm gonna use the guide so that we have like even sides, and then we can have like a really nice thickness like that. That's a nice thickness, right? Oh. The good thing about air dry clay is that you don't have to worry about like cracks. You've never seen anyone sculpt before? Oh. Excuse me. I didn't used to enjoy sculpting. I didn't like understand sculpting until I started teaching. And then I realized, oh my gosh, it's so fun. Like, pottery is so fun. I've made a lot of things. Like, for example, like this little bowl here, I made it. Like, you can't see the side, but there's ribbons and stuff. If I tip this over, the water is gonna fall. But I made this bowl myself as I was teaching the class. And then a few other things that I don't currently have right now, but it's outside being displayed because my mom likes to display my work. But yeah, it's very fun. Let me see how thick this is. It's about this. Okay. So I only found out I really like sculpting kind of like a few years ago only. But it's so fun. It's so fun seeing things become 3D. And then in my case, I actually, because of my I had to teach pottery, like ceramics, I ended up taking classes because I wasn't sure how pottery actually worked, because nobody taught us when we were teaching the kids in my old place. So we kind of had to like learn through mistakes or trial and stuff, and then I was like sick of not understanding what I was actually teaching. So me and a bunch of us took classes just for fun, not for work, actually for fun, because like the knowledge that we got from the class, I didn't actually apply it onto my old job because I refused. Excuse me. Okay, so this is definitely paper clay because I can see like the little I don't know if you can see them, but there's little like what you call it, like fibers? There's like fibers coming out of the clay. Homebrew your way through pottery. Well, not exactly. They did teach us some things, but it wasn't very informative in a way. Like, if, like, for example, pottery is very tricky, like ceramics is very tricky, because if you accidentally, let's say, put in an air bubble, like when you're kneading the clay, if you don't knead it properly and make sure you kind of like press it in, you have to knead it a certain way so that it doesn't have any more air bubbles, because once you have air bubbles and it's in the kiln, it will literally explode. Like, it will crack, it will start cracking all over and then explode. So you really have to be careful. Sounds like sifting the clay was a bad idea. Listen, I had to check the smell. I was curious. But yeah, we had a couple of incidents where things just exploded or things broke and we didn't know how to fix it, so we ended up taking classes, like a few months worth of classes. Oh yeah, see, can you see that, like the, how you call it? My hands are white. But you can see like the little fibers. That's how you know it's paper clay. Is this I wasn't sure, because I've used a different kind of air drying clay that doesn't have like these fibers, like these tiny fibers, and when I put them on canvas, they cracked like the like a motherfucker. So I was very worried. For this, because I don't want it cracking on the canvas, but it seems like it should be okay, because I looked up a lot of like a lot of videos or like pictures and references to kind of understand, like, does this air dry without cracking, you know? Because there's another like another type of clay that is air drying that is kind of like a stone clay. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's what I use in my current place, and then if you put it on canvas, it will crack like crazy. So I wasn't sure. Maybe this is a bit thick actually. Or is it okay? Oh. It looks kind of thick. Like, if you look from the top, it's fine, but if you look at the side, damn, that is thick. Or is it okay? Maybe it's okay. I think it's okay. So wait first, because I need to prepare more of these tiny ones. Sides. I don't need much for the other side. Could I flatten it more? I feel like I thought like this is thin enough. I didn't know that it needed to be even thinner. We'll be fine. It's okay. Oh, I can't see the side. Because I just needed to, or maybe I could make this one thinner. Maybe. Let me just. Okay, one way to thin up clay without actually pressing too much on it. Is to kind of whack it. Whack it. Hey! Hey! You can see it's slightly thinner. Ever so slightly. It's fine. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'm not gonna worry too much. Okay. So. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Put that in front of me and then bring this back. Ooh. It's very soft. I like how soft it is. It's not going to be possible to finish this in one sitting, I think. Because I need to sand it also. So the painting part is probably gonna be next week. Oh. Something happened. Oops. Yeah, I have limited table space. So out of curiosity, is this for commission or are you just making this for fun? I'm just making this for fun. Just for fun. I wish I could be commissioned to make anything like this, but not yet. Maybe in the future. Hopefully in the future. But I really do like working with clay. I didn't realize how much fun it would be to sculpt. Gives me fantasy vibe. It gives you fantasy vibe. Do you think it's popping out too much? Is it okay? Now comes the part where I have to start blending. So usually I would say your fingers are your best tools. However, right now it's kind of it's kind of difficult to blend that part. So I'm gonna have to use tools and water actually. Well, the good thing about air dry clay is that it's really easy to blend, to be honest. No, actually, you know what I have to do? I forgot the most important thing. I need to score this. So when you're sticking things, you have to score, otherwise it will not stick. And then you just add water. Press it from inside because otherwise it's too shallow. For this part too. I feel like I went about this the wrong way. Maybe. Or is it okay? Let me see. Okay. Maybe I should have just straight up made a long piece and then just fold it. Would that have been better? I feel like this is kind of flat right now. What in the Muji music? What do you mean Muji music? It's not Muji music. The harp sounds very much, really. You just go to Muji too much, Bugs. Oh no, it's an air bubble. It's an air bubble. There. You see how there's an air bubble there? That's a hole. Ay, ay, ay. Not the air bubble, I know. It's an air bubble. Is it gonna be too heavy? No, this is actually very light. This is super light. It's air dry clay. Let me see. Does it? Does it make sense? It does not make sense. Okay, I gotta cut this. And then... Oh, I might not have enough. Oh no, I lied. I should have enough. Good! Yeah, I pretty much fell asleep right away during the festival. It's 2 AM now here, so I'm not terribly far off, but I had to see someone sculpting. Sounded too interesting to miss. Well, I'm glad you're here, Kyle. Glad you made it. Sculpting is very fun. I'm surprised you fell asleep to our festival. All that screaming, all that yapping, and you managed to fall asleep? It's all the yes, exactly. Exactly. How'd you sleep through that? I'm kidding, you must have been tired. Alright, I have to score this part. Why are you sleeping at 9 to 10 AM? Explain yourself. Explain yourself first. Why are you sleeping at 9 and 10 AM? What kind of fucked up sleeping schedule do you have? Yes, but you're not sleeping according to your time zone. Exactly. Exactly. We never sleep. Relatable, honestly, relatable. I feel like this clay is a bit too wet. Ugh. You live a good life. Ah, you work at night. I see. You're a night owl. Little bit now. And then we're done with this ribbon. When we're done with the ribbon, we're gonna do the lace. And then that's it for sculpting. I don't know. Should I do the eyes? Should I make the eyes 3D? What do you guys think? Or scoring is very important. Absolutely a night owl. If the sun's down, I'm usually fully awake. I just write for a living, so I can just sit for hours typing. Couldn't imagine doing anything else. That sounds like the good life. That really does sound like the good life, Kyle. Damn. Jealous. I'm so jealous. I'm also I also function better at night, so I understand. Usually I would draw at night. So very rare that I'm able to do this right now. But luckily with sculpting, I'm just doing what I've drawn. So it's very easy for me to just how do you say, like I'm just making something that I already thought of. So this is very much just, I wouldn't say hard label. It's not hard label, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just my hands moving. I'm not using my brain at all. It's not so much thinking happening. Not much brain activity, if you know what I mean. What kind of books do you write then? Or are you not a book writer? Are you something else? I should try Refining? What does that mean? Oh, you mean I'm refining? Turn this around. Turn this. Oh, whoa! Upside down, it's like janky as hell. Yeah, I gotta wait for it to be a bit drier, then I can kind of shape it a bit more. But this clay is definitely too wet. Maybe. It's okay. I'm not gonna follow my the drawing that I did 100%. I think I'm gonna be adjusting a little bit here and there for sure. Right under 2 pen names, fantasy writing for one, and the other, however, is a bit more risque. Ooh! You write erotica? Nothing wrong with that. I don't read books, unfortunately. I don't know. I think it was because I used to have really bad eyesight, so I never liked reading like a wall of text. It just looked like jumbled words. But funnily enough, I'm okay with reading like fan fiction. They're very short. I saw one person explain it really well. Like the reason why some people enjoy fan fiction more than like actual like fiction, just regular fiction. It's because like they don't have to make a connection to the characters because they already have that pre-made connection to the characters, so they don't have to like try to understand the characters, if you know what I mean. Yes, ma'am, gotta put food on the table. There's nothing wrong with that. I appreciate a good one, I would say. Though, like I said, most of the time I only read like fan fiction. Gotta put food on the table. Somehow. Very important. Those who don't enjoy it, yeah. I mean, that's that for everything, honestly. Right. Like, art is not for everyone, reading is not for everyone, gaming is not for everyone. It's okay. It's not centered. Excuse me. It's not centered! Ah. I know what my mistake was. I forgot to add one more section there. I mean, it looks fine on camera, but I feel like it's not quite right. Bigger. Is it more centered? I feel like my eyes are deceiving me. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Ooh. You used to write fanfic? Me too! You know the craziest thing is when you get messages saying like people favorited your story like years ago, years later. That's the scary part. Like, oh my god, you must have been so desperate to have to read my story. I'm so sorry you have to read my story. And smut. I cannot write it. It's so hard to write it. I feel like I can't write it to be like interesting. Same, someone gave me a shout out and now I have a flux of life. Read more to start writing. That is so true. That is so true. Reading is hard. Reading is hard. You always tell people who want to write it's always healthy writing. You're exercising your brain, and yeah, everyone's old stuff sucks. The big thing is each time you write, you get a little better. That is so true. That is good advice, honestly. There's a reason why we were asked to write essays when we were younger. If anything, write for yourself. That's how you start a fanfic and smut. Yes. I was actually encouraged to write by my mom when I was younger. She would give me like she said you can write any story you want so long as it's one full page. I will give you $1 for a page. Hong Kong dollar, not US dollar. Hong Kong dollar. So like one Hong Kong dollar is, I don't know how many cents US, but yeah, so it's not a big amount, but it was kind of like an incentive. She said write anything as long as you know you write and you enjoy it and whatever, like that's the idea. That was her way of encouraging me to write, and then I just started writing my own stories, but never brought them to life in a way like I wanted to write a book about it or anything. It was really just a story of my characters, and then I started drawing them, and that's how I started making my OCs. I had like books. I wrote them in actual books, like notebooks. I still have them here, and then every time I look back I'm like, oh my lord, you are cringe. That's like 0.3 US, less than a quarter. I see. But yeah, I didn't do it for the money. I would write, and then hand her the whole book, and she would count, and then she would give me the however much the amount was. It wasn't much, but yeah, she just wanted me to write to, as you said, exercise my brain, basically. And that's how I ended up with 30 million OCs. I can't tell you how much I love reading somewhat bad writings. I love it because you can almost always tell where the author got the idea for their book. You can always tell because it's always the best written part. And I love writing the small nuggets of genius in it, something less than stellar. Oh yeah, true. You could see kind of like where the inspiration is from. It's so funny, for like one of my classes in uni, I had like an English literature class, kind of. It's not really literature, it's kind of like just 20th century books. Mind you, I was in an art school, so reading was never like something everyone enjoyed. So the professor was like, okay, we're gonna read, like, and for some reason we kept reading about tragedies. And that was the first time I actually read The Great Gatsby, and I was just appalled by the story. The audacity of the people in the story. But yeah. And then after that, I was really inspired by like the how it was written, so I went back into writing my stories because of that. But obviously it was just a hobby. It was just a hobby that I never really wanted to pursue into anything. But yeah, definitely reading other people's work really does inspire you. Really can help you grow as a writer. This does not look right. I feel like this part is too wrinkly. Is it me? Or is it too wrinkly now? No, it's too big. It's too big! I have to tear this out. Yeah. It's too big. It's too big. Yeah, that was better. That was better. And this is too fat. Yeah. I'm gonna slim it down, perform surgery. Half the size of the ribbon, yeah. No, because I was thinking, right? It could, like, could be a bit bigger than what I drew, but I think it really is too big. I want to tear this out. I don't think you can get good at writing until you get some life experience. Yes, that is so true. And I think that's why, like, you can tell how young a writer is from reading their story, their works. The way you describe it, it's quite evident that they're young, the way they describe things. But then you kind of, like, have an appreciation for it because they're young. And you're like, oh, look, this little we have our own little writer here among us. I can't see. Yeah, it fell. Sometimes working with air dry clay, I get really frustrated because it's not behaving like how pottery clay does. So I'm like, why aren't you working? When actually it's a completely different material, so I cannot expect it to be able to behave like pottery clay. I wish creative writing was a larger place in school. I wasn't offered a creative writing course until I was in high school. Or do you guys call it secondary school? We're fine with both. Either one is fine. You know what? I feel like I need to paper this. be tapered inwards. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I don't think I myself had the chance to do creative writing in school. I don't think I did. Well, to be fair, I was in the science stream, believe it or not, because art was not available for me to take when I was young. So I wasn't allowed to choose anything but science. So I was stuck with biology, chemistry, and physics for my IGCSE. That was tragic, honestly. Very tragic. And business for some reason. So I wasn't allowed to take art, even though I wanted to. Sad. When the artist is forced to take something they're not good at. Low-key jealous of people who got to take art in school. I feel like if I had taken art when I was in school, I would have not struggled so much in university. Because I didn't know half of what the teachers were talking about. Everyone else basically understood what the teachers were talking about, except for me. I didn't even know what a fine liner was. A lot of terminology was not I've never heard of, you know, like that's why I'm kind of like thankful, but also kind of like jealous that the kids that I teach, they get to learn all these terminologies so young, because if they do pursue art when they're older, it's such an advantage for them. What is that dent? What is that? What the heck is that dent? Hello, what is this dent here? Pop Rossplay. I had plenty of art classes in high school, but most of them was draw some pretty trees with some Bob Ross playing on the TV. I know some people don't enjoy landscapes. They much prefer like just colors only, or you know, people. It's definitely a preference thing. I think that's better. Okay. Right. Ah! My tools fell. Okay, time to make the lace. Not lace, the ruffles. Sadly, I was pretty much always colorblind, so I just mashed all the colors together. Tough. That's really tough. Being colorblind. Like, are you like? I mean, I remember you mentioned you're not fully colorblind. What are the colors that you can see? Look good to me, but I think the teacher laughing was a bad sign. Well. Yeah, probably. It's okay, Kyle. It's fine. It's definitely very wet. Man, all the art stuff I have to bring over, like, can they even fit in my suitcase? Worse yet, are they gonna make it through customs? Why wouldn't they make it through customs? They're not new. It's used. And it's not like you're using it to, like, you're gonna sell them. Yes, biosecurity. But art, what do you mean? Like, what are you trying to bring over? It's hard to describe. I can see colors, but I believe all the colors I see are extremely muted compared to what you see. You may see a vibrant tree grow from trees. I believe I see more of a blue, or sometimes I mistake a yellow for an orange. Ah, I see. Interesting. Wooden boards, for example, needs to be declared. Oh, wooden boards need to be declared. I mean, you can buy wooden boards where you are, though, right? That's not too bad. But then art tools are not under biosecurity, right? Money. How expensive could a wooden board be, honestly? But also, I think we can't measure color the same way with Carl. True. Oh, Carl, you're not going to be able to enjoy the next stream then, because I'm painting with color. You won't be able to see much, especially because I am using muted colors to begin with. You're going to see all gray. Yeah, true, because our norm is different from his norm. So a lot of your colors are desaturated then. Then it's gonna be so hard. Because literally the colors that I use are so light. Look! Bucks! An air bubble! An air bubble! Air bubble! Remember, we gotta pop the air bubble, guys. You always get asked what you see, but yeah, it's extremely hard to describe. Ooh. That's interesting. You're gonna ban yourself so you don't have to deal with this bubble. Don't. Dang, don't ban yourself. Nope. Goodbye. Fuck off. I'm not gonna say it. You're not gonna get that from me. Girl, bye. I'm gonna make it a bit thinner. A little bit thinner. I'm gonna put you on timeout. Bugs. Look up Protanopia if you want an idea sometimes. That's about the only way I can show it. Ooh, I see. Okay, I'll look it up. Oh, I fear I might not have enough clay. It must be hard for you when the traffic lights. Not really, you get used to the colors. Plus here in the US, the light will always be in the same position. That's the beauty of traffic lights. That's true. You always know the top is red. My brain has associated red with more of a darker color. I think it's a kind of a yellow for you guys. No, red is yes, red is a more of a darker color. You are right. It's time to go to the square. I don't wanna. It's nowhere near my home. Yeah, dark muddy yellow. Oh, interesting. Gosh darn it, okay. No, I think, you know what? I think I still have this block of clay. It should be enough. Like a printer without a magenta. Oh, that's interesting. Interesting. Like a printer without a magenta. Yeah, I know, I understand. The world is beautiful anyhow, doesn't matter if I can't see anything. I don't miss colors. If that makes sense, I have no idea what I'm missing. Yeah, that's true. That's true, you have no idea what you're missing. So you can't possibly miss it. After what felt like the 10th time I finally washed all of the sunscreen, I can still smell it. Oh, you went cherry picking today. Wow, you went to touch grass, huh? I don't like cherries. I don't like the taste of cherries. They taste a bit too... I don't know what it is about cherries that I don't like. It just does not taste good for me. Cherries grow on trees? Like a tiny one, no? I might have a problem. The ruffles might be too big. It's touching the ribbon. Oh no. I have to move the ribbon. Half of it and you'll have enough clay. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Need it to be at least the same length as the same thickness as this one, so that it's kind of close to each other. Yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, I actually do have another pack of clay, but it's another brand. I don't know if I want to be mixing brands, because yeah, I'm afraid. It's a happy little accident. Yeah, it's fine. We're okay. I should be able to finish this today. Like on this stream. And then so next stream is gonna be painting. I have to chop this. And this. Can't spell painting without paint. Yeah. That is so true. It's still not long enough. Oh. God damn it. Forgot how much fabric ruffles need. Never done this in a long time. Oh. Man, it's supposed to be a bit farther away from the ribbon, but it's so close now. Gosh darn it. This is too far away. Needs to be a bit closer. How odd. These are so flat compared to this. Okay. We're okay. We're fine. It's cute. It's cute. We're fine. We're fine. I'm not upset. We're fine. Well, I believe I'm actually going to use the whole pack. Actually. Surprised. I'm surprised it needs the whole pack to do one artwork. That means I need to buy. Oh, I still have another pack of a different brand, so I'm not so sure how that one's gonna behave. I can feel it when I'm like touching the packaging. It's way harder than this one, so maybe that would be better. Who knows? If it makes you feel any better, I thought I had enough potatoes for 2 servings of mash, and I forgot I used the half the other two already. That's sad. That is sad. Throw this away. Thankfully, the person I'm feeding is very non-fussy with food. Okay, but she eats pies weirdly. Very weirdly. Yes, but when it comes to my cooking, she eats anything. That's good. Nothing like a good baked potato, especially when you cook a tiny bit of cheese inside. Yes. Oh, yes, definitely. And butter. Oh my god, you're making me hungry. I need this. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Not long enough. Can I cut 2? Good to inform you that I have no cheese, just plain or mashed. That is so sad. What happened to your cheese? Yeah, she's bootleg Britain. Bootleg Britain is correct. She's from the other hemisphere, Kyle. No, bootleg Britain is hilarious. Yes. From down under. Yes. From down under. Wait a minute. Why is it not the same thickness? I have so many questions, like so many. I've always wanted to know more about Australia, except for nature, where everything tries to kill you. You're only a bit. Yep, and you know the worst thing is Bugsy is afraid of spiders. And she's literally surrounded by them. Flying alone is enough to confuse the fuck out of you, really? Is it that different? No gas station, no gas station. Oh, just servos. I see. Yes, they do use a completely different vocabulary there. Okay. How do I do this part? Ooh, earthquake. Coffee is no different. Bang a Yui? Oh my god. We visited England once. It was a similar experience. No one wanted to stop and have a chat. It always seemed like people had somewhere to run to. Yes. That would be the same where I am too. No one's gonna chat with you. It's the Asian way, to be honest. Mm. Wow, that's a lot. That's kind of... Yeah, I think if you said that, they would insult someone. Too easy, like... Yeah. Saying it like a challenge. That's so true. Oh, thank you for the follow, Beauty. Oh no. This is not wide enough. Why is it not wide enough? Why? What is the problem? There's yeah, nah, nah, yeah. Oh my gosh. No, it's the tone. Like, yeah, nah. Yeah, nah sounds like no. But then, no, yeah. It's like, it sounds like yeah. Have you guys not seen the video of yes means yes. No means no. No, yes means yes. Yes, no means no. There's a whole video about that. And now you there's a video. It's literally that. Like, why English is a difficult language. Australia sounds scary. Is it? Maybe I'll go a little wider. I'm gonna roll everything. I'm gonna roll everything first. They don't pronounce TS or RS. What do you mean? Like what? I'm gonna make this wider. Longer. Most of my Australian knowledge comes from Steve Irwin. What do you mean? I've been to Australia once. Like, almost 20 years ago. One, two, three, four. Four. I've been told I pronounce water like Australians, water. I don't know why I say it that way, but I say water instead of water or water. Water. Yeah. Okay. Guys, I might actually not have enough. I'm scared. I'm scared. I underestimated how much the ruffles need. My neighbor's cooking. I can smell food. What time is it? You've never heard an Australian say water? Water? Oh no, I think I'm fine. Okay, I think I'm fine. I am panicking. For no reason. I'm fine, I'm fine. I'm gaslighting myself. And I'm fine. Everything's fine. We're okay. I'm not out of clay. I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. Water. Panic. Yes, panic. Oh, bugs. The emote has been approved. The emote has been approved. You can use it now. We have emotes now, although I'm working on the rest. Oh, it's spamming it. I'm still thinking of what other emotes I should draw. I had so much fun making it though, honestly. It was so fun. Panic? You need a panic? The one... Which one? It is a stonk, Della. Is that how you say panic? No. No, she's just... Like I said, she speaks stupid. No. Bugs' main language, her mother tongue is stupid. Yes. May not know Australian, but I know many people who come from the land of stupid. Yes. Unfortunately, you and I. You and I both, Kyle. You and I both. We're at the last piece. I need to turn this around. Turn this around. You're the president of stupid. Yes. Indeed. Indeed. I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna move this. I'm having difficulty doing this ruffle bit. This part. How do I do this? How doth one do this bit? simply do that bit. I have to. I don't have a choice. This part is really janky. The only good thing about air dry clay is that I don't have to worry about wrongly adding clay. With pottery, you can't just willy-nilly add any clay you want. But of course, there are things that I do prefer to do on like pottery clay instead. This is fun though. I do enjoy this very much. Regale me with a tale about the stupidest thing you've seen. Story time? Basically everything from my last job. Yes, from our last job. Listen, it's just a lot of really bad decision making over and over again. Ow, sorry. Like a lot of like self-sabotage would be a good way to say it. Like really a person, I've never seen someone self-sabotage the way they did. So yeah, I can't remember anything specifically right now though, but it was a lot of like really ridiculous decisions that got people scratching their heads, basically. I've mentioned this before in another stream, but like I'm starting to forget my time in my previous job because I think it's kind of like a trauma response to it. So yeah, I barely remember my time there now. Would you like to do the honors, Bugs? Even though you're not streaming today. You're starting to forget too. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, that is, yeah, that is pure stupidity there. Yes. That one. So basically, yeah, 2 years ago, someone hurt their finger. I mean, when I say hurt their finger, as in slashed it with a box cutter. So, and there was blood. Granted that someone who slashed their finger with a box cutter was very distracted. Don't know what happened, but suddenly I heard a ah! and then they started crying. And the worst thing is, there was no first aid kit, which is illegal. If you're working with children, you cannot not have a first aid kit. I think it is one first aid kit for every how many kids? I can't remember. So sometimes if it's a big room, like a big classroom, it's required to have like 2 first aid kit. Yes, it was Bugs. She was a crying person. She was the one who cut her finger open because she was doing something and then she was not paying attention. And so no first aid kit. We had to go downstairs to the management, like receptionist management area, building management area, to ask for like band-aid. And then our management said, okay, you know what, it's fine, just listen to music to calm yourself down, you know, sit in a corner. And yeah, that was how they solved the problem. And then a year later, almost exactly a year later, it was not a year later exactly, but it was almost a year later, another person cut their finger. This time it was more severe because they slashed 3 of their fingers, like this way, shoop, like that. So it went because they were cutting cardboard and they were using the box cutter, and then they were going very quickly because we were running out of time. We were always like behind when it comes to prep, because we don't have enough people, not enough staff, hence why the current staff has to rush the hell out of their work. So one of the reasons why I left. So he's our co-worker slashed his finger that way. And then at first we were like, oh my god, like seriously, because it was just an accident out of once again, like it was pure stupidity, but also like an accident's an accident, right? Because we were rushing, he was helping me prepare some stuff while preparing his own stuff, and then this upsets me, this part upsets me, like this. One moment, please. And then basically we were just laughing it off because like wow, like goddamn. But then he started like kind of like he was leaning on the wall, and then he started leaning towards the side, and then slowly he was just like, call an ambulance, I'm passing out. And then that's when kind of like we kind of like took it seriously, because everyone was joking, including him. It was like, oh my god, you're so dumb, ha ha ha. And then he was like, please call the ambulance, I think I'm about to pass out. And then when I looked over to him, he looked super pale, and then his body was slumped over next to the wall, and then everyone started like, oh my god, we need to call the ambulance. And then so we did. I asked our receptionist to call the ambulance, and then I told her, like, you better tell management what happened, because she's not going to, you know, find out. Like, management won't know unless we tell them, and then if they find out after the fact, then they might blame us or something. So I was like, you better report, preemptively report to them, so that we don't get in trouble. Yes, it was super serious. So I ended up telling our receptionist, so please go and call the ambulance, because I don't actually speak the language well enough here in Hong Kong to be able to speak with EMT. So I told her, like, can you please go and call someone? And then I told her, call management, let them know what happened, just so that they don't find out later and then say, like, why didn't you tell us what happened, blah blah blah, because they're always like, you need to tell us, you need to communicate with us, despite the fact that they do not communicate with us. Double standard much? Anyways, so I was next to the receptionist when this happened. So I was just kind of like, I was not listening into the conversation, I was just there, you know, I was just kind of like gauging her reaction, because I knew that she's gonna say something. And then basically, as I was listening to I was looking at our receptionist's face as she was reporting the incident to management, and then I saw her face kind of turn, and then I asked her, did she just say something she shouldn't have? Mind you, both managements are female, so yeah, there's that. Not saying anything like it's like a female problem, but just happened that both our management people in our management are female. So I said, did she say something that she shouldn't have? And then she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, tell me about it. And then so she walked me out of the place. Like she was like, come, let's go out. Like, cause we have CCTV and stuff, and the CCTV is it's what you call it, like it records the audio also. So she was like, okay, let's go out. And then she said, according to the receptionist, our management said that we shouldn't have called the ambulance because it wasn't a big deal at all. Like, there was no need to make a scene out of it. Bugs, could you please? So obviously everyone is pretty upset by what she said, because how rude. Right? How rude. How irresponsible too. Like, what if something happened to him, because he was legit like pale. Bugs, could you mod please? Did you get it? I wasn't paying. Like, did you fix that? So yeah, you think so? Oh, thank you. So yeah, and basically it was just a total disregard of the situation, just because they didn't want, you know, just anyone finding out anything happened there, basically. So, and they didn't want to be responsible for anything, basically. And then while the EMT were helping our colleague, I heard them say, oh my god, I can see the bone. You know, not a big deal, they say. You can see the bloody bone. So he had to be sent to the hospital, obviously, and they couldn't stop the bleeding because it was such a deep cut. And then yeah, It was ridiculous. And then I think after that, Bucks resigned, right? It was right after that you resigned, because you realized like we're not people in her eyes. In their eyes. So that's one. And then there were a lot of moments where it was very much really ridiculous decision making. For example, a lot of the time the owner will never admit that they are the owner. They would always say like, oh, I'm one of the teachers here. I don't know why. Like, if you are the owner of a place, won't you proudly present yourself as the owner? I don't know if it's because they don't wanna get, I don't know, I don't understand that. Like, even if you don't want to say you're the owner, you can say something like, oh yeah, like, I'm the founder of this place. I mean, the founder is also an owner, but you know what I mean. Like, it just doesn't make sense, because it's your place. Why wouldn't you admit that you own the place? It makes no sense. But then when they do that, right, and then when people ask us if we are the owner, like, for example, I've had a few instances where the students ask me like, oh, teacher, are you the owner of this place? And I'm like, oh, no, I'm not. But then they were like, so who's the owner? And I'd be like, should I say it? Should I not say it? Like, it, because they never like admit that they're the owner, you know. So it's so weird. Then they get butthurt when people ask if other teachers are the owners. Like, it's not just me who's been asked if they're the owner. Other teachers also have been asked like, oh, are you the owner? Like, because teacher Stella said that they're not the owner, so one of you must be the owner. You know, no one wants to take responsibility. Probably. Oh, Jesus. So yeah, that's the place I worked at. We worked at. Really weird. And lots of stupid people. And for example, if you have, for example, let's say it's you, me, and Bucks, like you, Kyle, me, and Bucks. We are working harmoniously together, right? We get our flow. We're in a, you know, we entered flow state, and we have a really good teamwork. Management wouldn't like it. Management would separate us. Management would want us to be like hostile against each other, which is very weird. And this was a case since the beginning, from when I first joined, because Bucks joined like later on, like a year later. Meanwhile, I worked there for three years. And Bucks joined a year-ish after I joined. And she worked there for a year and a half. And because when I first started, we actually went through a lot of stuff that summer. I joined during the summer, where it was the busiest period of any education places. There are like tertiary, like extracurricular activity kind of things. Like, for example, like tutoring, you know, art studios, like our place. And we went through a lot of stuff during that time, because they didn't like the office politics. They didn't like the hostile environment. I did it because the pay was good initially, and then I was very upset because I was like, oh, I just left a place that was kind of, it wasn't bad, but they were throwing me around different locations. Like, in one day I would have to move to 2 locations, and it was, I had just recovered from surgery prior to signing to that job. So I told them, like, I can't do it. I just had 2 major surgeries within 4 months. I literally cannot be running around like that. I'm still in recovery. And they didn't listen, so I was like, okay, well, I'm quitting. I'm leaving. So I came to this place, and I knew that they only had 1 location, so I was just like, okay, so no running around. That would be great. But then who knew that it was going to be like office politics instead, you know? And then it was a lot of power plays, you know, the head teacher wanting to show her position, you know, like the position of head teacher. Honestly, if you as a leader need to scream that I am the leader, you are no leader. That your leadership will show regardless or not, whether or not you are a leader. You scream you're a leader or not. So at the time when I first joined, there was another lady another teacher. She wasn't a teacher to begin with. She started off as an assistant, but she was very capable. Very, very capable, very good at her job. And the head teacher was there she became head because she's been there the longest. So this teacher that was previously as an assistant, she got promoted, and she felt more like a head teacher than the head teacher did. She was very friendly in a way, like in a welcoming way. Like she wouldn't like, hey, I'm above you, so you have to listen to me kind of attitude. So very much appreciated. And then she would be helpful. She's like, oh yeah, she said, like, management said, don't help, but that's bullshit. So what do you need? Let me help you. Just don't let them know that I'm helping you. Those kind of things. And so a lot of the colleagues, even the ones that didn't stay, they would go to this teacher instead of the head teacher, and the head teacher gets butthurt because she's like, I'm the head, you know. And then basically it was a lot of that kind of office politics drama thingy. But then things started stabilizing after a year-ish. Things were okay. And then for some reason we were doing okay, but obviously business people, they always think like, oh, we need to grow. But growth doesn't always mean like opening a second store, right? Growth can mean profit. You know, you grow in monetarily instead. But management thought, nah, we're gonna open a branch in another location, even though everyone kept telling her not to. But she did it anyways. And then after she opened it, things went downhill so quickly because resources were cut in half. Teachers, she was not hiring more teachers. She hired only what do you call it, like, not really assistant. It was more someone to help cut or prep materials. But even so, they don't come all the time. They only do when we start screaming, saying like, oh, we don't have time. And she gets sick of us complaining. Then she would ask the lady to come and help cut stuff, a bunch of stuff for us. And so it just, like, I had to have a conversation with her. Told her, I'm sorry to tell you, but our staff cannot sustain this environment. Like, I had to be the bad guy, quote unquote. So I told her, I think around May or something, May 2023, I told her, you got to do something. Everyone's kind of burnt out, you know, we're all like really stressed out. You have to hire more people, or at least help alleviate the burdens, because everyone's doing both locations, we're running around, and then obviously summer is coming up. Summer is like the most busy period. Some kind of apprentice or assistant, right? But she was like, but you guys are doing so well. And I'm just like, yeah, and I'm telling you, we cannot sustain this because everyone's burnt out. You have to do something. So she was like, okay, let me think about it. And no action was taken until like months later. But even so, the action that they took, like the action that management took, was very stupid, because I told them to hire an assistant to at least help us. Not just me, okay? Help us. Everyone. And then she only hired a person that I can barely communicate with, mind you. Like, even though I speak 5 languages, but the language that I speak the most, obviously, is English. I'm most fluent in English. The second would be Cantonese. And then she hired another teacher, like an assistant, that speaks Mandarin. Now, my Mandarin has improved significantly in the last year, but at that time I could barely communicate. I couldn't really understand. What kind of partnership would that be when the 2 teachers cannot understand each other? Because she couldn't speak English. Not very well, at least. Actually, not at all. So she couldn't speak English, I couldn't speak Mandarin very well. We had to find common ground in Cantonese. But the problem is, her Cantonese is not great, my Cantonese is not fluent. So we're also having problem in that aspect. Why? Like, why? Why would you do that? Like, I'd rather you not, you know, like, because I ended up having to struggle to communicate with my own partner. You know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. And I found out that it's because she's very, like, affordable. But still, like, come on. Like, come on. It's ridiculous. So it's a lot of, stupidity, as Bugs said. Okay, I think we are done with the ruffle. I think. Affordable. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. This is bothering me. This is bothering me so much. Help. This is bothering me. It doesn't look right. Like, it should look like this instead. But then this hole is gonna look very weird. Like, the side of it is gonna look very weird. Throw some water in there. I'm sure it will be fine. No, that's not how it works. You see, isn't that much better? But the issue lies with... You are back from cooking. The issue lies with this here. Now it's gonna look very weird. Like, look at how bunched this is now. Welcome back, Bucks. Ah, sorry. Okay, I just have to fix this part. It took me a second, but I think I've got my stupid story. A man was working at closing up an industrial shop with me one night. My words. One night many years ago. There were very large hooks that hung from ceilings. These were used to pick up heavy engines well over 5,000 pounds. While a control for this hooks was placed on a seat. The guy sits down and he presses a button to move the crane. He was picked up and then he was pushed into a smelting machine. Then they had the remotes dangle from the ceiling. What? But how did that happen? BRB Food Time will be monitoring chat. Okay, enjoy your dinner. But how did that happen, Kyle? I think that's better. Maybe. At the end of 2 years, it killed 4 employees. The machine was nicknamed Murderous Jane. Oh my god. Holy shit, that's... So, wow. They removed safety railings and the men worked without shirts, shoes, and hard hats. It was hot as hell. Oh my goodness, without any safety. That's insane. No wonder that... Wow. No wonder 4 people died. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. I mean, of course it's hot, right? There's a smelter right there. Oh. How? Who cut corners? That's my question. That's my question. Who cut corners? Management. Management cut corners. Every safety measure they took removed a different safety system. They remind... What? They remember the railing to make it so the hooks couldn't have their control set on. Oh, they removed the railings to make it so that the hooks couldn't have their control set. Factories are built different in America. Sounds like it, yes. Wow. Factory workers are always put in danger. Mad respect for them. Oh, okay. I think that's it. Am I missing anything? The rest I can just sand, honestly. I can sand to make them smoother. Remember the second safety briefing after the second man died? Well, Tommy died yesterday. Let's try not to walk next to the smelter. By lunch, they were asking the interns to get near the smelter to make sure things were mixing correctly. That's the dumbest thing I've seen. That is stupid. Always... Jesus Christ. Why? Of course, because interns' life doesn't matter, right? That is so dumb. How could they? No, I never understood like the whole intern industry, right? Because I interned and I had to intern for free. Why is it that who made it into a thing, like unpaid internships? Because I had to do, I think I did 2 unpaid internships, and my mom was like, who the fuck thought that working for free was a good idea? Like, I mean, they always say like, oh, you do it because for exposure. No, like that makes no sense. The third victim was in fact an intern, of course. Oh my god. Like, are interns not people? Is that how it is? Like, that makes no sense. Where is the logic? There is no logic. I do the eyes. Unpaid internships are crazy. Yeah. Like why? What makes you think that working for free is the correct way to start teaching? Like, I get it if you think like, oh, university kids, they're still young, they don't need pay. That's the way they think. Okay, fine. But what makes you think it's okay still, regardless? Like, how is it that you ask people to come to work for free? And then the worst thing is like, well, I did it, so you have to do it too. And I'm just like, why don't we, break the generational trauma? Like, what? What do you mean because you have to do it, I have to do it too? How about no? That's ridiculous. So, yeah, I remember a friend of mine worked as an intern. She eventually got like a full-time job in that place, but still, like, it's ridiculous. Like, she had to work for free for 6 months post-graduation. Well, someone had to look into murderous chain. It's ridiculous. Like, how is that okay? Can I ask why Jane though? Why not John? Why is it Jane or Mary? Why Jane? What did Jane do to you guys? Who's Jane and why did she murder a bunch of people? I think the manager had a wife named Jane and she was known as a hothead. I see. It was named after the owner. Oh, named after the manager. People died, Bugs. People died. In Kyle's old workplace because of stupid management. Because of stupid people. Oh, okay. I think we're done. You mismurdered Jane. Yes, you did. No. We are not done. This is not straight. No. It's not straight just like you, yeah. So true. Now, guys, what do you think? Should I do the eyes 3D, or should I just no flat? Too much? Either do the whole portrait 3D or flat. Not the portrait, I'm talking about this here. The portrait is flat. Here. The eyes here. Why not flat eyes and real lashes? Because that'll be weird. I'm okay with flat eyes. I'm just asking. I just looked up. It looks like the total death toll was 6. Oh my god. No 3D eyes? Flat eyes? What's my vocal point? You mean focal point? My focal point is a girl, obviously. It's fine. I might move the eye lower though. I think the it's too close to the ruffles. I know what you mean. I do know what you mean. Sometimes. Don't distract. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let me just go wash my hands, okay? I'll be back. Okay. What? Imagine Stella frantically washing hands at the back, splashing water and trying to make it quick. I tried to make it quick, but it's hard when the clay is all over my hand. Dropping the soap. I don't use soap bars. I use soap, regular soap. So no, I wouldn't drop the soap. Hand wash. What do you mean? My hands are clean now. Hey. Dropping the whole bottle on your toe. Why would you pick up the bottle? The bottle is there for you to pump. What are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? No idea what you're saying. Yes, but then... Clum? No, you're the clum. Not me. It is not I. Anyways. Okay, Bucks, I thought you were making a terrible American joke. You mean the prison joke? Kyle, please. Kyle, please. Okay. I'm gonna lift this a bit. I'm gonna lift it a bit so that you can see the final product. The final product. Actually, no, that is not right. It's not the final product, actually, but... Let me zoom you out. How do I zoom you out? It's very hard. I have you on a... I have the camera on a... What do you call it? Like a phone something. Phone hand holder? Phone holder? Phone... Whatever, you know what I mean. I'm trying to do this without breaking anything. Ooh, shaking. That's the best I can do. I can't do more than that. It's hard. Here, I'll lift you up a little bit. How about that? I'll lift you up a little bit. There. You can see the final product. It's the final product. That's what it looks like now. All in all, I'm pretty happy with it. Honestly. Yeah. Hello? Can we please behave, camera? Okay, anyways, yes, that is the final product. I'm just gonna let this dry, and then next week we're gonna paint it. Yay! I'm more or less happy with it, and I can feel that these are drying already, so they're kind of... I just have to sand this next time. I'll sand it before streaming. It's not perfect, but I'm happy with it. I saw a quote the other day. Better done than perfect. And I agree. Because sometimes as artists we try to aim so much for perfection when there is no such thing as perfection. So yeah, Better done than perfect is a really good quote that I will live by. No, don't worry, I'm ending the stream, Bugs. I'm also ending the stream because it's time to go. It is time to go, everybody. Thank you for joining today. Thank you for hanging out with me and chatting with me. I hope I'll see you guys. Yeah, I'll see you guys on Wednesday, hopefully. If not, then catch you next time. But yeah, thank you guys for chatting with us. Hope you guys enjoyed watching me sculpt and struggle. See you guys soon. Bye bye.